Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend. And it will be a weekend of two halves. Within the short term we are looking at some potential severe weather as the relatively short-lived but quite intense spell of high temperatures and humidity comes to an end over the next 12 to 24 hours. But through into Sunday, and conditions will then return. Decent weather with some brighter sunny spells, pleasantly warm but not quite as hot and as humid as of late. Satellite imagery shows a lot of clear skies across northern and eastern areas of the country, where some decent spells of sunshine will dominate through the rest of Friday, where it will also be very warm as well. However, cloud across more western extremes and stretching down just to the south of the country is association with a developing area of active weather, this bringing some heavy downpours, thunderstorms and some longer spells of rain through into this evening and overnight into Saturday, with again the certain risk of some localised severe weather, some thunderstorms overnight as well, potentially keeping some people awake. Certainly potentially active and quite severe period of weather on the way this evening and overnight. Taking a look at latest rainfall radar image, and you can see those heavy showers as highlighted on radar by the intensity of the colours. Some of these showers are heavy with some thunderstorms embedded too, and it is essentially across the more extreme western areas of the country where these showers will become increasingly widespread through the rest of Friday, bringing in some, again, torrential downpours, hail and frequent lightning. But in contrast, further north and east you are, then a decent day ahead through the most of Friday, with bright, if not sunny spells, some prolonged spells of sunshine, and for many areas of the country it will be another very warm and humid day. So let's move on now and take a look at the details of the forecast weather chart over the next couple of days. But clearly we're looking at the short term too, through the rest of Friday, and you can see those heavy outbreaks of rain, thunderstorms too across more western areas becoming increasingly widespread this evening and overnight. So we move through into the early hours of Saturday. This is around about 3 o'clock, and you can see particularly across some western and southern areas torrential downpours. Watch out for some hail as well this evening and overnight, and some with again potential for some localised flash flooding, with a lot of rain falling within a short space of time. The further north and east you are, then the drier weather will be maintained this evening and overnight. But if I continue to progress through the course of Saturday morning, and those persistent outbreaks of rain with again some torrential downpours and some thunderstorms continue to develop more widely and spread across many central and northern areas through the course of Saturday morning. So by the time we get to around about noon on Saturday, all this wet weather in association with an area of low pressure will then be in evidence across central and northern areas of the country. However, following on behind to the south and southwest, you can see just some evidence of things drying out, and through the course of Saturday afternoon conditions will improve. The wet weather with again some torrential downpours and thunderstorms will begin to clear away, and by the time we get to Saturday evening and into the overnight period, a little area of high pressure then builds in from the west. So Saturday ends predominantly dry, with some clear spells on Saturday night, and Saturday night will be much cooler and fresher as well than compared with the last couple of nights. So we move through into Sunday, and the good news is an area of high pressure develops across the country. Through into Sunday morning, again a cooler and fresher start. There will be some brighter sunny spells and variable amounts of cloud. Continuing to progress through the rest of Sunday, and a very pleasant day is forecast to develop. An area of high pressure centred just to the north and the northwest of the country within this region here will dominate, and again a very, very pleasant day. Certainly not as hot and as humid as of late, but it will still be very, very pleasant in some sunshine on Sunday afternoon. And essentially the end of the weekend on a dry theme, a lot of dry and bright, if not sunny weather through into Sunday evening, despite some variable amounts of cloud, and again many areas experiencing a very pleasant day after the wet weather on Saturday clears away. So let's take a look at the temperatures now into the coming weekend, and the breakdown to more unsettled conditions will signal a drop in temperatures too. However, through the rest of Friday, another very warm and humid day indeed, particularly across northern and eastern areas where most of the sunshine will be. Temperatures widely 21, 22, perhaps even 23 or 24. This weather chart probably not just capturing just how high temperatures will once again be this afternoon, particularly more locally across urban areas. Another warm and humid night tonight across many areas, quite an uncomfortable night for sleeping. Minimum temperatures in towns and cities no lower than 14 or 15 degrees, across the countryside around about 12 or 13. So we move through into Saturday, and it will be another relatively warm and humid day, but certainly not to the extreme of the last couple of days. Temperatures through the course of the afternoon, probably in the region around about 14 to 19 degrees Celsius. highest across some southern and eastern areas. A much cooler and fresher night across all areas, a much better night for sleeping on Saturday night and through into Sunday. Minimum temperatures, as you can see, down into single figures across some rural areas. Temperatures then on Sunday, very, very pleasant indeed. Temperatures near, if not a little bit above average. There will be no higher extreme temperatures through the course of the afternoon. Highs somewhere in the region around about 17, 18, perhaps 19 Celsius. And again, in some sunshine, feeling very, very pleasant indeed. So let's finalise that in our weekend weather summary. Saturday the 27th, certainly watch out for some severe weather, particularly during the first half of the day, due to possible heavy rain and thunderstorms across central and northern areas. Local flash flooding, certainly possible. And again, especially across some northern, central and western areas in particular. Conditions they will then improve though through the latter half of the day and through into Saturday evening. And the good news, Sunday a much improved day. Fine weather returns, brighter sunny spells across many areas. The heat and the humidity of the last couple of days will have gone, but it will still be pleasantly warm in some sunshine through the afternoon. So that's all the details for the forthcoming weekend. Thanks for tuning in. As ever, I'll be back with you early next week, taking a look at next week's weather.